traffic in Charlotte. A little more than I expected it to be out here. I didn't expect, of course, 4 lanes too, but I didn't expect traffic on a Sunday. Thank God, yes, thank God. Trying to be in somewhat chill mode. These 3 cars, nobody's going anywhere. I'm trying to get to that slow lane. And I feel I'm good right here in this lane. For some people, they want to get to that left lane over there. And they ain't left, are not left lane qualified. Back to the slow lane. Couldn't pass the other way. See all that over there, that space over there, I just feel like at some point I'm gonna get pulled over doing 95 over there. I can chill over here. Dale Earnhardt Boulevard. Must be close to the raceway. Charlotte Motor Speedway. Oh, those clouds don't look good. Hopefully they chill. Some level of chill. Every time I see a car next to me, I'm like, what's going on? I'll go in this lane again. I can't be mad for people going slow in the slow lane. Nope. Brown bus station. Family was down this way a week ago. Oh, come on. You couldn't have looked. But it's all good, Pops. See if this truck is turning or going straight. So yeah, headed to Charlotte. The Ronan family was down here a while back. By the time you watch this video, or I'll get a chance to post this video or share this video, who knows how long it was. But yeah, they rode down there. They rode down there a good amount. It was deep. I missed that. Oh, is that a police officer? And broken down car. Goodness, don't do that. But yeah, so they rode down there for an MC event, MC function. But there's a good amount of them walking around, which is cool to see. I miss those days, riding with large groups out of town. I remember riding with all them guys when it was all sport bikes. Now, I think that ride was all cruisers. They still getting out of town. We used to make rides to Myrtle and further on the sport bikes. Alright, you're in the wrong lane, sir. I gotta fix my mirror so I can look. I don't like looking over my shoulder like that. But I can't adjust this mirror. Maybe we're just camped out in the wrong lane. It's all good. Now to see more traffic. headed to the border, Georgia-South Carolina border. This part of the road, there was no twists and turns and all that stuff. No, I don't think I'm gonna see anything exciting like through the mountains or any of that. So anything exciting that happens, I'll turn this camera back on. Is that lightning? Anything exciting happens, I'll turn this camera back on and we'll add something to this trip for this video anyway. So until then, I'll let you later. There's Big Peach. I don't have time to stop. Not stopping today. Man, but this construction, you can't stop. But yeah, I haven't been down, man, since last trip to Atlanta. Gaffney, South Carolina, the Big Peach. Yeah, before the construction, there was a shoulder, a bigger shoulder. You could stop and take pictures over there, but let's keep this moving. I got like 80 miles to get to the border, to the campsite. I don't think I'm catching up with the family on this one. I messed that turn up. Gas, 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 gas. You could have switched lanes, but that's cool. Could have switched lanes. She saw me coming through and just decided to stay where she was at. Sometimes people do the most. It would have been so easy for her to just jump to the other lane. I wasn't moving that fast on the on-ramp. Well, not at that point I wasn't. I was trying to get the turn, but also look for gravel and stuff. Harley place. There's Harley places everywhere. Is that because they're popular, or because people break down and need a Harley place to get to? I've always wondered that. Like, see, that's where I would have went. I didn't know, but the gas light was on. I'd have stopped at the QT. Quick Trip Pimpin'. Yeah, I'd have stopped there. Or is it a little of both? Is Harley just that popular? And they got dealerships everywhere, so something happens, you always got a place to take your bike to. So last time I rode down this way, I was on the 2011 ZX10. Man, my sis Shadow made a trip down here. She met me in Charlotte. I left Pittsburgh, she met me in Charlotte, and then we rode down together. But yeah, I was on the 2011 ZX10 at that point. Yeah. And the last time when I went down to Florida, I was on the V-Strom, but I didn't come this way. I went through Charlotte, down to Columbia, South Carolina, and then down 95. So I didn't come this way. So I don't know if I'm gonna get a chance to get to Atlanta or not. A bro might come up. I don't know. So we'll see. So my son the other day, my oldest, Jordan, after we drove, well, they were in RV and I rode from Pittsburgh down to Carolina, the first thing he asked me was, how do I stay focused and awake and not get bored when riding long distance like that, through the rain, all that stuff. He asked me how I stay focused, or how I didn't fall asleep or get bored. I never got a chance to answer him because we started doing a few other things, but I was just thinking about that because stretches like this on the road can get somewhat boring. Yeah, it gets somewhat boring. Now coming through the mountains was a little different. This part, I mean, it's just going straight. Like if you ever rode Interstate 70, that's a long, boring road. But yeah, like I enjoy riding. I get excited when I get to ride. I get excited it's a thrill, it's an adrenaline rush. Plotting my way through traffic when I need to do that, constantly looking in the mirrors to make sure nobody's running up behind me, looking for state troopers, sheriffs, or other bikes flying up behind me, because that happens sometimes as well. I'll look in the mirror and there's a bike. But then I feel like it's also a process of I gotta be safe to make it back home to the family. I've never really, I can't remember a time where I've gotten, not recent, where I've gotten sleepy on the bike. I won't ride. If I'm sleepy or tired or my mental capacity is not there, I just won't ride. I don't ride when I'm angry. I don't ride when I'm sad. I don't, because if I'm riding angry, I'm gonna ride a different type of way. And if I'm riding sad, I'm not emotionally there to ride. But I never think about, I mean, I've been riding for a while, and it takes a mental and physical capacity to actually ride. I don't care if you're riding across town, you're riding long distance, you're doing track days, any kind of riding that you do takes some emotional and physical energy, or yes, like this dude next to me, I don't even know what he was doing, where he was going. So I gotta not only pay attention to where he's at, but think of how am I getting away from him if I need to get away from him. So it keeps you sharp, because there's so much. Like I never like when I'm doing a group ride, I don't like being in the front, because I'm constantly looking at everybody behind me. Is my speed good? Is everybody still with me? Can I count the bikes? Can we all make this pass? Now when I'm in the back, I'm paying attention to everybody in front of me. So when I'm riding by myself, the music, the type of roads, like when you come through West Virginia and Virginia, there's a lot of different areas where the roads are going through the mountains. It's twists and turns. So I personally think it's easy to stay focused, because it's a lot of fun. Every time I get on a bike, I have fun. So when he asked me that, I didn't think much of it, because I've always been able to do longer rides without any problems. I haven't went out to the West Coast yet. That's a ride I want to do. I planned on going down to Key West in the spring, but that didn't happen, so I'm gonna do that. But yeah, I've never had problems like staying focused, because if you're not focused, you're not gonna make it home. I don't know like how anybody else would answer that question for him. That's my answer, because I know between the music, between me challenging myself, and then me watching these dudes in cars and trucks, I can't lose focus on anything. So just paying attention to everything around me kind of helps keep me focused, because at any point somebody could do something that I don't want them to do, or I'm not expecting them to do. So if I'm always paying attention to it, I'm in a good place. Like I need to get away from that Benz, because I don't know what he's trying to do. Yeah, I don't know what that dude is trying to do, but I don't want to be next to him. So yeah, I mean, there's a lot that you put energy into when I'm riding, so I don't really lose focus. Even through the rain yesterday, I didn't have a clear visor with me, so I got the dark visor on, so that's a different amount of focus. And I just have fun, it's one of those things where I just have fun, so I never get bored doing it. I never like went for a ride and said, oh man, that was boring, you know. But it's cool that he asked me that, because he's always seen me riding. He's always seen me riding, but never asked me that question. And I don't know if he asked it because the same with his mom driving the RV, and she has to remain focused and not get sleepy. But once he starts driving, I think I'm sure he'll understand it a little different when he starts driving. So I don't know. So I don't know what works for you guys, how you stay focused, attentive. Do you ever get bored on a ride? Have you ever like took a ride or got off the bike and been like, oh, that was boring? Like, have you ever did that? Have you ever fell asleep riding? The BMW plant. Have you ever fell asleep riding? I don't know, is that a common thing? But yeah, so I was just thinking about that. Some of the things you think about when you're just riding down the road and the roads aren't as twisty or challenging as you like. I was just thinking about that and just thinking, you know, what do you guys do to stay focused? Or is it a problem staying focused? If you see fatigue setting in, do you pull over? Do you get energy drinks or 5-hour energy or Red Bulls to push through it? Yeah, I always wonder that kind of thing. Like, what do people do to stay awake? I mean, I've never had problems, but he asked, so I was just thinking about it. But yeah, share your thoughts on that question. Do you ever get bored riding your bike, or how do you stay focused? How do you stay focused and let your mind and don't let your mind just drift when you're riding for long periods of time? What works for you? So yeah, back down the road I go. Trying to see how far I am. It said 70 miles, so I probably got like 50 miles left. Light work. Yeah. Light work, 50 miles, that's easy. Through South Carolina. Not headed to Atlanta, but going that direction. Greenville Zoo. Wonder how far that is. Oh, Greenville's the other way. ATL, shorty. Not going there, but I made that ride before. Alright, I'm 4 exits from Georgia. Somebody needs to clean that up. Alright. So now I'm trying. Fairplay, South Carolina. Clemson fans. 35. I should slow down through this little small town. Dollar General Market. State Road S37. In front of me. Is this the road I'm supposed to turn? There. Yeah. Yeah, I gotta get it. Oh goodness, road is bumpy. Sharp right. Goodness. Did I miss a turn somewhere? Yes, I must have missed the road somewhere. Because it seems like it's bringing me back to where I was at. Okay. Here, I don't even see the SC37. Let's see. Oh, so I was supposed to make a left up here. That's what it was. Left on Durham Road. I know it was something I missed. I need to get some my grips on here. Hey, I need to get my grips. Is that dude on the scooter? It looked like a scooter. That's the road I was just on. Oh, there I am. There's where I'm going. Where's the entrance? That's the entrance.